Hey you guys, Happy New Year. I hope that you had a wonderful New Year's Eve and that the start of your year has been amazing. So I did a little poll on Instagram as to whether you guys wanted to see like a best of the year, best of beauty, kind of like a huge oversized favorites, right? All the best like tools, makeup, beauty, everything that we've discovered this year that has become like my best of the best circle of things. And just the way that I've shopped for beauty, the way that I look at makeup, the way that it's just so different even from just a few years ago. And I feel like I've really gotten it down to the best of the best. Like I'm not messing around, like I'm not going out buying a million makeup products all the time, or coming on here raving about something and then switching to something the next week and, oh, here's my big haul for the week and the month and look at all this new stuff. And it's like, but wait, and it's not about wanting to try new things. I love trying new things. I mean, you've seen, I have a beauty closet. I have all of these things. That's what I love to do. I love to try new things, skincare, beauty, all of that. But at the same time, I know also within that, within the categories of what I like. I'm not just going to be buying all this experimental junk. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like this last year, it's honestly the best stuff. I mean, and I think you should always feel that you're using the best stuff you've ever used, right? That's just how it naturally is. But we have got so many good things to share. So I asked if you wanted to see this or if you wanted to see sort of like a roundup of some new things. So I have a new bag. I have something that like I kind of, it was kind of like a Christmas gift to myself, something I had been looking for a while, a bag that's always out of stock that I was really excited to get. And then I have several new pairs of shoes, a few new clothing items, some must-have things that I want you guys to get. So I was kind of worried about that, like, will these things sell out? I don't know. But most of you guys wanted to see this, and I'll be honest with you, I was in the mood to film this more than the other one. So next week we'll do that video. I have so many new things to share, and some things that I've gotten that are kind of like vintage, like, things that I found at like secondhand places, or just some cool home things and a new piece of art, just something that's like special to me. I don't want to say Christmas thing, because that was kind of the last video was like Christmas gifts and surprising things, but these are things that I've kind of rounded up for myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So kind of like a haul, collective haul. So we'll do that next. So, okay, before we get started, let me share with you what I'm wearing. I have not, and again, I'm going to do the video next where I'm talking more about like things that I've bought. So I have not really been buying a lot of little clothing items, or just, oh, here's a clothing haul. I bought all these random tops or random this or that. I've really been spending my money like on and they're more expensive things. I bought some really nice shoes, a bag here and there, but I'm like, if I would have gone shopping 4 times, it would have cost, do you know what I'm saying? So when I buy clothes, if I would have just gone shopping somewhere where you think, oh, I'm really being affordable, but you do that every week, it adds up to that. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, I want to be more, I've been doing this for the last couple years, but just more thoughtful with the things that I buy. If I do want to go out and get a lot of things, then I do so at very affordable places that have great things, okay? So I've gotten smarter with that. But then here and there, if I find a cute top or find a few good things, I'm going to spend money on something that's nice if I don't know, you guys. I just haven't been buying a whole lot of clothes lately, but I did get this top recently. And it's one of those that has like some distressing, but when you put like your bra on with it, like I'm wearing like, you wear like a black bandeau bra or something with this, you can't see the little holes there. It's just, you can see them here and there. And I think it's really cute. I love the fit of this. I like that I can wear it now, but then I can also wear this, in the summertime, and it's just kind of a versatile top. I'll link to that and to any of the jewelry that I'm wearing, anything that you see. But I really want to get into all of these things because I just have so much to share. And in sharing these, I think that you're gonna get a lot of my beauty resolutions for the new year. We talked resolutions, intentions, majorly deep things. So before you're like, Tiffany, these are so superficial. No, we talked and got so deep on the podcast this week about positivity, setting your mindset, your life, and just how you view a few little, of course, we got a little superficial with things that we want to do or here and there. But I think in talking about a lot of these things, just when I talk about my hair, which was a big thing over the last couple years, every year I would say, I'm going to keep doing this to get my hair back healthy again, and I did. You know, it worked, okay? I stuck with those things and it worked, and I'm sharing with you guys the other things I'm using. Getting my skin in a good place. I remember last year I talked about, and my skin's the best it's ever been, getting back to like my resolutions from last year and the year before. You know, I wanted to maybe invest more in skin treatments or things that would really make a difference. Now, I haven't done a whole lot of that, but I did do Botox and stuff, which you might be surprised on my outlook on that going into the new year. Mine's all worn off. We'll talk about that. And I have to say that a million times because someone's going to say, you shouldn't get it. You look terrible. I'm like, well, I don't have it right now, so thank you. Okay. But, you know, just being fully transparent. I want to give you guys all the information so you're not looking at my face thinking, oh, she got, no. So you might be surprised at my outlook on that. And I think going forward, I might, instead of doing so much of the Botox, which, I mean, the only thing I got is lip filler, right? I don't need that for a very long time. The Botox, I think I'm going to maybe hold off on that. We'll get so deep on that in a little bit as to why and all that. But I think I might, you know, instead of spending the money on that, maybe do like some hydrofacials or some more, you know, skin treatments or whatever. You know, I spent a little more money on some devices and things, which we'll talk about. But yeah, naturally we'll just kind of get into some things, and I think taking care of yourself, investing in some of these products, having this little ritual, whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's an hour, whatever the hell you do every day, to take care of your skin, morning or night, or whatever you can fit into your schedule, it's for yourself. It's something that it's special and meaningful to take care of yourself, to clean your skin, to put lotion on your face, to take care of your body in a way that is meaningful. And I think, you know, you might look at all these beauty products and think, oh, it's silly, who has time for that? Well, it's part of that word self-care, right? It's so true, and it just matters so much, okay? We're gonna get into all of it. Let's talk about the hair first, because I feel like that kind of goes off of something that happened, you know, or not something that happened, but previous resolution videos. I even believed in my last one, this time last year, I did mention my hair and, you know, just taking better care of it, you know, keeping up, you know, taking care of it. And I'm getting so many comments, oh my gosh, what are you doing to make your hair thicker? Oh, I love your hair color. What are you doing? My hair color is 100% natural, other than the end there might be just a little bit of leftover color from years ago. Probably not even, you know, just that much. I haven't colored it in years, or had it colored. If I start getting gray, I mean, I'm gonna be 30, how am I old? I'm gonna be 38 this year. Like, I know I'm at some point gonna start seeing some gray, and at that point I'll color it, but it's gonna be the same color. I'm so happy that I've embraced my natural hair color and I've gotten to enjoy it, because I really do think there's something to that. Just the natural tones of your hair, whatever, change whatever you want. I'm all for that. But when you have like, I don't know, like I feel like I do have a good natural tone, then maybe embrace it. You know, I feel like it does really flatter my skin tone. And there's been years where I've had really blonde hair, and I've had people that are like, oh, you're so different. You've changed so much. When I came here, you were like this, and now you've just changed. And I'm like, I feel more natural than ever. Like, I just feel like I look like more myself than I ever have because of my hair. And I don't know, I'm just confident, and I don't know, okay, whatever. But I think there's something to that. You know, it's whenever I would go back and try to get it dark, you could go to the best colorist on earth, and it's so hard to get the tone just right. It's not just one tone or another. You guys know, like, I've got like a lot of red in it and stuff, and it's always hard to replicate. And once you color over it, you can't get that back. You know, it's hard. So, you know, years ago, my hair was in the best shape it had been. It was very blonde. I was using the Monate. I really liked it. My hair was thick. It was great. And then I had a big surgery. My hair started falling out, and I started using different products. I thought, well, I don't know, you know, and I got extensions. That's really why I started using other products, because you needed something I just didn't feel like those products worked well with extensions. And it just got worse, okay? I don't have to tell you that. When you get extensions, it can be done so perfectly, and it's not damage from the extensions like fraying, just the weight of it. You can lose like a third of your hair. It's no joke. And it's not like, whoa, that happened, that's bad. It's just, and if you're used to extensions, you've had them for years, you probably don't even notice it, right? But when I took them out, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, got my hair cut really short, bleached it. And then after that, it started breaking off from the bleach. And I think I just kind of went a little nuts with the bleach. I kept going back, wanting it blonder and blonder, and then it was just a recipe for disaster. So if you have damaged hair, all that to say, leave it the hell alone and embrace a few years where it's gonna look like garbage, okay? It wasn't looking great all the time. My hair's I'm never the type of person that like comes on here with like perfect hair. That's not me, but you know, there were times when I was using that color depositing conditioner, which I love, I will link to, if you ever, you know, are finding yourself where you're growing out, you know, hair that's been colored. That was nice. A lot of ponytails, like in a good way, you know, ponytails could really damage your hair, but I was really careful, and, you know, I still wear a lot of ponytails, but no heat styling. I really did not. I mean, I haven't touched a curling iron or anything to it, but I don't even dry it. And that really helped. Depending on your hair texture, sure, it depends. If you're like, I have naturally curly hair, I can't do that. Well, yeah, you can if you want to embrace your naturally curliness of your hair and your waves and whatever. If you want to have straight hair all the time, that's not going to be realistic. Like, maybe embrace something different. For me, I would love to have beautiful, wavy, curly hair all the time. I know I can't do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is what I got, and this is what I go with. So maybe embrace a little bit of what you got, you know? I'm all for that. But the products that have really helped me, I really simplified, and this is definitely a just favorite of all time, but favorite for the year for sure. I use this all year. The Colleen Rothschild Quench and Shine Restorative Shampoo and the Quench and Shine Restorative Mask. This is a daily conditioner, but it's also like, you know, pretty deep conditioning. So you don't need a whole bunch of different things, which I really appreciate. Shampoo makes your hair so shiny. And I don't think that a detoxifying shampoo or a, what's it called? Like a deep clarifying shampoo is really necessary when you have that, because it does get your hair very clean, but it also is very moisturizing. But I do like I do have this and I like it. I use it maybe once every couple weeks, the Way Detox Shampoo. You know, if I've really skipped several days and I've used maybe some products that I usually don't, you know, if I cave and use some dry shampoo, that's good. But what has really kind of changed the game is this. It is the DP Hue ACV, the Apple Cider Vinegar Rinse. And I got the one that says light. So like if you have finer hair, whatever, I wouldn't have thought an apple cider vinegar rinse would weigh your hair down. I don't know, but anyways, I got the light and it works really great. It says shampoo substitute that gently cleanses without stripping natural oils, locks the color, helps seal the cuticle, adds shine. It really helps give you a lot of shine. So wash your hair. I take a shower every day, but I don't wash my hair every day, okay? But when you use, you know, your regular shampoo, it's very sudsy. Even if you skip a day or two, like, just to get oil off your hair, like, I don't want to be using all that. It can, you know, it's just a lot. Like, you don't necessarily always need that. So to just get the oil out of your hair, that's what this is for. So I might skip a day of shampooing, but then the next day when I would be shampooing, I'll use this instead. So I use this every other shampoo in place of shampoo. So I use my regular shampoo, and then the next time in a day or two, couple days, because I do skip. I don't wash my hair every day. I skip, you know. I'll use this, and you wet your hair, whatever, and you just kind of sprinkle it in there and you do it up, and you let it sit for a couple minutes. You rinse it. It does smell like vinegar, but it gets the oils out of your hair without like cleansing, like stripping. Not that regular shampoos do. Like, you can use a great shampoo, but why? Like, why are we like sudsing up and doing all that all the time? So it cleans your scalp and does all that. And then, you know, obviously the next time you use a shampoo. But I do think there's something to that. I think you need something that has a cleansing agent, like the vinegar. It dissolves, you know, and it really helps with dead skin cells. It gets all that, but you're not just using like a soapy product. Do you know what I mean? I really love it. It makes the hair very shiny. And I do think that is really helping as far as like health of my hair. What else about hair? This is pretty much the only styling product I use, the Colleen's Perfect and Protect Styling Cream. Let's do makeup actually. Let's do makeup next, because I feel like I don't talk about a lot of, I do, but again, I'm not just throwing out the good stuff every week, trying new things. I stick with what works, and what works is like the best, okay? I find the best, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. Okay, so here's what I've been using. Okay, let me get out a few of these. Okay, so as far as, my eyebrows. I discovered this during the anniversary sale this year. It's the Trish McEvoy Precision Brow Shaper in Natural Brunette. I since ordered another one. It has lasted me a very long time. Just a little pencil. It rolls out, doesn't have a lid even. Kind of freaked me out when I first got it, but you just roll it down every time. It's got a little brush and it works really, really well on my brows. Love that. So easy. Could not be easier, right, for a brow product. Now, again, my brows look good because of this, the New Brow Serum. And then I use the Revitalash for my lashes, and I will never go back. That stuff is amazing, okay? And taking care of my skin has been probably the best this year that it's been in years, since I don't even know, okay? But we'll get to the skincare in a minute. But the makeup really does matter. And for years I've been using the Clinique Acne Solutions. That's just been like my main thing. And then I'll try other things and find good things. But recently I was kind of playing around with my under eye concealer. And you know, really obviously, like our goal, we want something that looks smooth, that doesn't settle in lines, right? But I was kind of like switching back and forth to some different things. And I remember, I was like, oh, the Armani Luminous Silk was amazing. So I busted out like a little bit of an old one that I had. And I was like, this is amazing. I've got to buy some more. It's so moisturizing, but so color correcting, but it doesn't settle in your lines. It's very, very good. And I was like, I'm gonna try the foundation again, and I did, and this is I'm already on my second bottle of it, which I've had them over the years. I'm just saying, like, back to back, I have been so into this, and I'm using shade 4, and it's amazing. I love it. I just squirt it onto my beauty blender, put it on. I will link to the beauty blenders that I use, because again, nothing compares to a beauty blender. I love it, okay? But I'm very picky about them, like just any brand, any like store copycat, they're usually harder, they're not quite the same. Beauty blenders are good, but the quality is very inconsistent. We've talked about that so much over the years, and they're $20-something a piece, and you do replace them. If you use them every day and you wash them as I do, you're gonna be replacing them, you're gonna be buying them a lot, okay? Every few months, I'm not spending that, okay? So I will link to the ones that I'm buying now. I find them on Amazon, and they are, I mean, I'm all for it. It's a copycat, it's fine. If the beauty blenders were more consistent, I would buy them, but sometimes you get the ones that are nubby, that are real pointy, that just don't get as big when you do the water, and I'm like, no, what's happening? Okay, no. It's like totally different material sometimes. So I don't care, okay? I can accept a little less than perfection if I'm paying $8 for 12 of them, okay? But they're like pretty daggone close. So I like the other ones. That, and then, yeah, so I squirt that on, and it's amazing. You don't have to set it with powder. You don't, I mean, which I don't like to do anyways, but it's just very good. Spray a little bit of this on a beauty blender on my face and dab it under my eyes and around my nose and stuff. That's a trick I have been doing for years, and dab it on that way. Rather than spraying a setting spray just on, spray it onto something and then use it, okay? We've talked about that a lot, but that one is the best. I will link to that, the Airbrush Flawless. That is amazing, and definitely I've gone through a few of those over the years. Okay, so as far as makeup and stuff, this is still, I think, one of the best products you can buy for the money. You're gonna look at it and say, holy crap, whatever. That's expensive, okay? $50-something for an eyeliner. It's double-sided, so it's like 2-in-1, but the quality is amazing. One's a little more brownish black, but black, right? It doesn't look like warm brown, like it look, you know, that's what I'm wearing today. And the one's stark black. And they last an embarrassing amount of time. What I do, because I don't want to get them both going at once, I'll use the lighter side, you know, and then when it is totally bone dry, then I'll bust open the black one, and it will last 2 years, okay? Gross, don't even want to admit to that. Probably a little less than that. But I'm just saying it's a good product, okay? It's a great product. And then for my eyeshadow, I have been just so like easy peasy with that. I like these. If I can get it out, I haven't used these in a while, but these are great. The Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. Any of these, you cannot go wrong. I cannot even pick a favorite because I love them all. But most of the time I am using this. I use the Au Naturel color, but I really use the caramel color the most in the rose gold. The caramel is what I'm wearing today. These caviar sticks. They're just great, and they make good, just like a good everyday color. But then they're also just the perfect base. And of course, you know, I love to try new palettes. But I'm only gonna I can tell if I'm gonna, what is this, like hair? I can tell if I'm gonna like one, you know what I mean? I'm just not buying a bunch of silly things. But this, you guys, I absolutely love. It is the Darling, the Charlotte Darling, and it is pretty perfect. I use this every day, okay? I just use the light color, sweep it on, or you can really like, you know, create more dramatic looks. But the quality is amazing. I really love it. And then I got this, and this does give a very similar effect. This is a clean brand, the Ilia, you know, it's called the Necessary Eyeshadow Palette in Warm Nude. And these are pretty doggone great too. I'm liking, as I have for a while, you know, a warmer vibe. I just think it's flattering no matter your skin tone. But I used to love cool colors, and I just think it's a different, it's not even, yes, certainly you can say like my skin tone pulls this off more than that. I get it. But I used to think I looked terrible in warm colors, and now I don't. So I think a lot of it has to do with this just trends or just what you're used to seeing too. But right now I think those are great. Okay. What else? Something else that always makes my eyes look good, and people say, wow, your eyes are so white or whatever. I've used this for years. It's the Lumify. You can't get any better than that. I just use that every day before I do my my eyeshadow, and it's pretty amazing. Let's talk about some skincare things and then some devices. So okay, let's talk about this. Several years I've been doing Botox. I started I get the babyest amount. Mine's totally gone. And I don't think I hate to say this. I'm planning on maybe not doing it this year. Lips, I'm all for it. That's the filler that I got on my lips, okay? I don't do that, you know, I'm not doing that anywhere else. And I don't have any Botox on my face. It's totally worn off, okay? Botox wears off in about 2-3 months for me. So I get such a baby amount that I do feel the pull, you know, you're always kind of feeling your muscles working against it. Whereas if you just totally got your face frozen, you might not feel it as much, or it might not bother you. Now, it's not bad. It's not that it's bothering me. I really like the way my face looks when I have it. I just look relaxed. It does relax my eyebrows down a bit, and it makes my forehead look very smooth. Now, like, again, love it, and I really do like the way that I look with it on. But I'll be honest with you, I am not I feel like it works for me. It looks great, but I'm not like such the most amazing like before and after night and day candidate for it, because I don't have a ton of like deep wrinkles. I don't get those 11 marks. I'm not super concerned. So I did it and it made me look better and I liked it, but I'm not like dying to do it all the time. Like as soon as it wears off, I'm not like, oh, I've got to get it. Now, my eyes naturally, or my, you know, eyebrows, I can naturally like hold them like this a lot and end up kind of looking a little aggressive. That's fine. I don't really even mind that. But what's funny is when the Botox first starts wearing off and your skin really starts like working, or your muscles really start working, and naturally like your forehead will be like this, I would look in the mirror and I'd have a big line there because it was naturally kind of, I think, waking back up. Well, now that it's been several months since it's completely worn off, I mean, it didn't just work, you know, it's been a while. I feel like my face is kind of back to normal. Like it's not pulling, or it's just back to normal. And it looks just as smooth as it did when I had the Botox. So I'm not saying, I just experiment. Go to someone that you love when you do experiment, or if you do try something new. Make sure you go to someone great and reputable, because that's so important. And Missy, who does mine, is so amazing. I'll put their info below. Everybody there is great. Missy's so wonderful. Because someone very conservative with it. It's not going to make you look like a freak. But I also just don't feel like it's something that I can't live without. And I feel like I'm taking care of my skin in ways that's really addressing what the Botox took care for me, like my skin texture. I'm using something that's making it look like good. See, I don't know, I don't want to look like this all the time. Okay, so the Botox does relax that, but I like having the option. All right, let's continue. Let me show you what has been working though. For that. I'm very acne prone, but at the same time I have to use things that are very moisturizing. I just bought another one of these. I really do like this. It's the Dr. Dennis Gross oil-free moisture cushion. It is very nice. And then when I do need a little extra, I haven't busted into my La Mer soft lotion yet, but I use this on my neck. This is like the only thing that keeps I get so crepey here, and like when I turn I have a very dry neck. This is the best. It's the Extreme Recovery Cream by Colleen, and I'll put a little bit more and pat it into my skin, and it doesn't break me out, and I love that stuff. It's amazing. So that's really great. But something I've been layering on in the morning and at night especially is this. It's new, and I talked about it in a recent video, or new for me to share with you guys. I'd been using it a while before I shared it, and I'm on my second bottle, and it is the Ice Queen Facial Oil by the Skin and Confidential. It's very thin. It's unlike any facial oil I've ever used because it just really absorbs in, then you put your moisturizer over it. Now, one of you guys told me not to use it when you use microcurrent devices, which we'll talk about this in a second because holy crap, because the oils block that. So I haven't been using it on the nights when I use that. So thank you for that tip. But what I do use at night, so this is mostly like my daytime moisturizer, right? I use this. I traded my really expensive, probably the most expensive thing I was spending on my face, the peptide lotion by Skin Medica, the TNS, with this. It's the Proteiny Polypeptide Cream, and I am loving it, and I do feel like it does the same thing. I feel like my skin's clearer with it because you're getting that like turnover, you know, with the peptides, okay, whatever. And then it's moisturizing. It's just all the good things, right? Anti-aging. Call it 30 minutes. It's working out perfect, okay? We got 30 minutes. I put this on, you know, at night, and then I will use this over it. Now, you do have to kind of pile on a little more, not like a ton, but it doesn't need to be rubbed in whenever you use a microcurrent device, and I would really recommend this. I've had professional facials where they use this, and it really just addresses sagging skin as, I guess, like what a facelift would address. Now, I'm all for doing these things before you feel that you need them. Mid, late 30s, great. Start using all of this stuff, okay? Because I want to keep my skin tight. And I've got really good skin, I feel. But I want to take care of it, you know? And this is kind of cool. Now, it has 5 different levels of, like, shock. And so I just started at the highest because I was like, I don't want to start and then work my way up. I just want to get used to it at its worst. And it's been fine. Now, if you don't have enough cream on, or if you get it on areas that are a little dry or too close to your hair, it's gonna zap you, okay? But you don't feel anything really other than like you just taste a little bit of metal, which is kind of freaky. I'm like really selling you on this, right? But you do feel like tingles, okay? Little tingles. And sometimes little stings, but that's okay. You just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 passes in those 3 zones. I don't use it on my neck, and I cannot use it on my forehead. One time I had to stop a facialist doing this because they were using it on my forehead and I was feeling the shock like back here where I've had a surgery before, which is creepy, okay? I had a mole removed when I was younger there. And I'm like, ooh, no, I don't know what it is. I cannot handle it. And when I use this one, I feel the same thing. So I'm like, ooh, no, gross. Vomit, like I'm not gonna do that, okay? It makes me sick to even talk about it. But this is really what I wanna address and tighten. And I do feel like when I use it, my skin looks really good. Now, this one, and this is like the big mama, like this is the biggest one you can buy. It's really nice. Now they have a little attachment for your eyes, and rather than buying that, I thought I'll just buy this. It was about the same price as the difference between, I don't know. But this one's for like smaller lines, you really around your eyes, and you can use it like to target like areas here. So if you wanted to start with this, that's fine. But really the big concern for me, like I just want to lift that. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that with this one. This one's for fine lines. And I really love the serum, which I don't have out now, that comes with this. You put it on your eyes and then you just do it in little circles, you see like an eraser. And I'm not kidding you, my eyes, I don't have any, like I've noticed night and day huge difference, probably from, because I've been using this for a couple months now, almost every night. It looks so smooth. And I used to get Botox around my eyes. I think I've only done that twice in all the times that I've gotten Botox, and I would notice a difference. When you'd smile, you know, you'd see, and I don't mind seeing lines, okay? But I could always tell a big difference when I didn't get the Botox here. And again, all that's worn off for a long time. This makes it look like you have that. It's crazy, okay? So I really do like that. And I am kind of like all about the movement, right? Now, if you have deep lines, and I have a friend, since we were like in our 20s, she had this deep line, and when she gets Botox, it goes away. She gets some, that's great, okay? Address things like that. But I don't think the goal should be, let's not move our face. Like, I think we should have some movement. I think our skin should be able to take that movement and not be all creasy and liney. And I think if we take care of it and really use these good products, you won't get those deep lines, okay? I don't know, maybe, but I'm not trying to like not age or anything, but someone said to me, you're not aging normally. I don't know what to do with that. What do you want me to say about that? Thank you. Like, I'm sharing the good stuff with y'all, okay? Use some good moisturizer, get Botox if you want, but that's not what is, that Botox is not my secret, clearly. Okay, let's do some more. Now, with the moisturizer, it's so important, okay? You have to moisturize, but my big thing is exfoliation. Now, you hear people that are like, I cannot believe that you exfoliate. I've exfoliated physically every single day of my life since I was 15, and my skin, I feel, looks pretty damn good. Now, I can have horrible acne, I can break out, but my skin, like my skin is great. I've had a lot of people tell me that, like facialists or dermatologists, or, you know, I have good skin. And I think it's because of the scrubbing, and I haven't subjected it to really harsh chemical exfoliants, or, you know, I'm not doing that, which then those harsh chemical exfoliants, right? People swear by AHAs, BHAs, which I use those, love them, but I'm not like relying on them a lot. But then people using clinical grade those, or clinical grade retinols. But then they're so concerned about sun and sun damage. I think that is, I'm not saying those products are bad, but I'm saying, what is that doing long term? Even just in your car, even just sitting with the sun coming in your windows, it makes you so sun sensitive. What are those things doing long term? Are they just having the opposite effect long term, or is it aging us? I feel like using this physical exfoliants, they are all night and day, and you gotta get a good one, okay? Keeps you from getting that pancakey layer that looks crepey. You know what I mean? Keeps your skin looking thick but fresh. I don't know how to explain it. There's a couple that I really love. Now, the Lancer, I swear by. I use the one for oily, congested skin, but I've also used the regular. They have a sensitive one. This does the work for you. It doesn't sting or anything. There's some that are kind of harsh and a little craggy and a little sharp that are too much. This one is great. It's full of exfoliants, but you don't press it into your skin. You just barely use your hand to make the friction, and it does what it's supposed to do. This does the job, you know what I mean? But this one I've also really been loving. If you want to kind of get into it, this is the same exact vibe as that one, as far as this tiny, packed full of, you know, lots of exfoliants, and you can actually feel it doing something, not just a few here and there pieces of sand, right? It's the whole thing is an exfoliant. But it is in a base of coconut oil, and it is the Kapari California Glow Enzyme Scrub. So it does have some enzymes in it, has some different things, but it's very gentle. I really do love it. I'm almost out of it, and I've been kind of alternating it, but I do love this. It makes your skin feel very, very just soft and beautiful. And if you're wearing makeup, you gotta double cleanse. Don't go in with that and be scrubbing the makeup into your skin. Get that off of your skin. Use whatever you want, but I think an oil is the way to go. I've been using the Sulwhasoo oil. The Basha Makeup Breakup Cleansing Oil is great. The Chanel Anti-Pollution Oil is my favorite. That's still my favorite, so I'll probably repurchase that after this. You can also go the route of using a cleansing balm. I think those are wonderful. The oils are much faster. The balm, you'll have to use a rag, and that's extra exfoliate. That's great. And the Colleen Rothschild is my absolute favorite for that. Eyes are important. I need to bust open another one of these. I've used so many of these over the years. I've never used like all the time. Eyelid, as soon as one's out, I'm ordering another one, okay? The Pericone Eyelid Lift Serum. You put just a little bit on your eyelids, whatever you rub it in. It's great, okay? Keeps that area looking nice and tight. And I think over time, you know, if you don't moisturize that, which you can't just use any old moisturizer on that, it can get in your tear ducts. Really be careful with eye creams, okay? They're not all meant to go there, but that product is. And you can even use it under your eye, but I don't. I just use it on my eyelid. This area right here can get very saggy over the years go by, as it gets crepey, as it gets dry. Keep it moisturized and it'll look right. I've used so many different eye creams. I love them all. if I say they're good, okay? There's so many good ones. But the Shiseido, this one, the Benefiance, the Wrinkle Smoothing, is so good. You can use it day or night. The Shiseido is a greasy, rich eye cream that will not cause milia. Okay, those are hard to find. Okay. And then there's so many different masks, so many different things that you can use for your skin. But this one, I don't think anyone could go wrong. It's the baby facial. It's the AHA, BHA complex, like cleans the lining of your pores. I have said that so many times. I love this product. I love it. Keeps your skin looking nice. And then I've been using this a lot lately, the Tatcha Violet C Radiance Mask. And when I get done using it, I do notice a difference. I feel like my skin is bright and I like it. I like this product a lot. So those are the two masks that I really love. Recently bought these, the Dr. Dennis Gross. The Hyaluronic Marine Hydrating Modeling Mask. You have to mix it together in a bowl. If you saw my stories the other night with the blue mask, it stung a little while it was on my skin. Not sure what that's about, but when I pulled it off, my skin looked great. I had been a little peeling lately, and I think it's just because of the weather. And I had used the baby facial, so maybe that's what it was from. Anyways, love that. I'm all about the hydration, right? If I do have a breakout, instead of like treating everything, you know, and I've never used these little dots before. I've seen brands that have these, and I really, really liked these. So you get 72, and when you put them on, like there's big ones and small ones, when you put them on, they really seal it in. It's clear, like you can't even see it on your face. Like you could go out with that on, no one would even see it. But they seem to work. I feel like I had a big old one right there, and it kind of like went down and never did anything. I don't know. Good stuff. And then as far as like eye masks, I know there's so many different ones you can use. I've really been liking, these are the ones that I will repurchase again and again. They're expensive, but they're good. They're the Elemis Pro Collagen Hydrogel Eye Mask. Elemis is such a great brand. And then I really like these by Wander. They're very wet. Now the Shiseido retinol ones that I used to use, they were very wet too. But I was kind of like, for the reason I said with the sun sensitivity, I don't want to be using retinol under my eyes all the time in a mask. And then I'll be honest with you, sometimes when I do use retinol products, my skin looks a little crepey and a little wrinkly for a while, and I've got to kind of work it back, you know, and I'm kind of, why even try, like, why even do that? You know, it's dumb. You can use other things. But these are really good. The Baggage Claim. Okay. Oh, also with the hair, I didn't mention this. A Scalp Scrub. You guys, I used to use one by Lush years ago. I forgot how much I really liked this. Now, you do have to be careful. You know, you don't want to rough up your hair too much, but I really do like this Way one. This is the St. Bart Scalp and Body Scrub. It's a great body scrub too, but I used to have just the regular one. That's the same product. It just smells different. This one's like in an all-white container. The other one I think is in a clear container. It's a great scalp scrub. I think that's important, you know, just obviously keeping your scalp clean, but like keeping it kind of awake and not all clogged up with all this dry shampoo and all this garbage. I honestly haven't been using dry shampoo in a long time since I've been alternating the ACV and the other. I feel like it's been good. Okay, so a few more things. Talking about, so I talked about, devices, one more. I've had this for a while, but over the year, like I notice a difference when I don't use it. It's the LED mask. It has different modes. It has the red for collagen rebuilding and wrinkle reduction, the blue for killing bacteria on your skin and for breakouts, and then it has a mode where it mixes them together. I really notice a difference when I use that as far as breaking out. It's just as far as how my skin looks. I feel like it looks nice and smooth, and that's a really good product, and it's really fun to use. Something else with hair, I have mine here because it was like drying. This one is by Colleen Rothschild. I have a few by that AQUI brand. I travel with these. I can't not have this with me. I can't put my hair, I can just like flip over and put my hair in like a big old towel that's gonna like rough it up or break it off. These make such a big difference. They get all the water out of your hair. I cannot live without those for Libby because I'm not drying her hair, you know, I don't think I've ever used a hair dryer on her hair. I just air dry it, but that gets all the water out so great. Those are wonderful just for the health of your hair, but they're also very convenient. They help your hair dry faster, especially if you're into air drying like I am. A few more, let me talk about anything else for beauty, you guys. Again, like I said, I kind of stick with what works, and I feel like just the serums, the brow gel, that has made more of a difference. I still stick with the same bronzer. I just don't think you can get any better than this. It's such a good one. And I've really been loving cream blushes this year. And two of my faves were this one, the Golden Glow by Melt, which is a beautiful peach. Just what I'm wearing today. And then I really love the Rose Ink, the products. This is the Ophelia. It looks kind of gross. I haven't really been using highlighter much or anything like that. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, I also like this. This is a good cream blush too. It is the blush number 21 by Chanel. This is a great stick blush. So pretty. And okay, for lips, you guys, it's not very, I mean, I used the Lancome Natural Mauve or the Bronzelle is what I've been using lately. The MAC Subculture, just a simple, not so creamy pencil that's like more waterproof. These are good, these Lancome ones. I mean, they feel creamy, but they stay on. And then I just, I use like a lip balm, or I've really been liking this one. It's the Kristen Cavallari Mango Lip Balm. Mine looks gross, but I use it morning and night. And then like today, I put on a little bit of this, the White Russian Sparkle. And I really did like these this year. I only got a couple of them, but I wanted to get more. I think all the colors, you know, look amazing, but it's the CTZN Cosmetics, the Nudiversal. It has a really great, like, you know, lipstick on one end and then a great lip gloss on the other. As far as perfume, the Baccarat Rouge 540, I repurchased this year again. I did do the more expensive one, the red one, the Extract, and it smelled terrible. This one smells better, I feel. And it's less expensive. I mean, it's expensive, but it's less expensive. This is still my all-time favorite, though, the Delina Exclusive. You have to get the one that says Exclusive, and I will link to this one. I love that. And this is interesting, you guys. It's maybe like a little first look. Too Faced has a new perfume. I'll put more peeks of it on my Instagram soon. I don't think it's available to purchase yet, but they sent me this. It is their Better Than Sex perfume. It's floral, but it has notes of like cedarwood, which is what I always loved in my Gucci too. It's very sexy, floral. The bottle's really pretty too. I think they did a great job with it. It's floral. It's got just like, even maybe like a hint of like a nectarine or something, but floral, rosy, but then it's got that hint of cedarwood, which makes all the difference. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Recently, okay, so also this year, and I feel like maybe a little the year before, I discovered these, the House of Sillage. The Haute Bijou is so good. Livy stole these to put in her room. This one smells amazing. The Haute Bijou, I think, is my favorite. Her favorite is this one. She wears the Minnie Mouse one all the time, which smells kind of like coconut water. It's a little floral. But this one, the new-ish, right? The Wonder Woman one that they have is so good. It's the best, sexiest vanilla. There's so many perfumes that are like vanilla, but they end up either smelling like too sweet or too cheap. This one is so good, and they have the candle that goes with it now, which I have been burning a lot. And all the Wonder Woman stuff from House of Sillage is really, really good. Do you guys remember the Lush? Was it American Cream? I don't know, something about it reminds me of that, but it's like expensive smelling, but it smells like fancy, you know? What else, you guys? Touch up and stuff. Like I don't do powders. Still this year, I've been so into this. The Kapari Starry Eye Balm is always in my bag. If I need to touch up, I just go like that. It gets rid of your little crepiness, touches up your concealer. You don't necessarily need more color. You might just need to change like you know, it might just be looking a little goopy. And I was so excited to see this again because there's a while that I could not find these Blotterazzi's. I'll open mine because like I said, I just got it the other day. And it's called the Blotterazzi Pro. Mine used to be white with a pink sponge, and you would just wash the sponge. But this one is cool. It's silver. It's got the Pro sponges in it. So there's two. And during the day, you just do this, and then you end up washing you get the oil off your face with this. You're not buying a million of those gross papers, which look so gross. I hate using those like in public because it's like, ugh, I hate those. And you have to throw them away. Just get this, you can wash it, it's great. So I'm glad that they have those again. And what else? Body, I could just live on this. The Colleen Rothschild Body Butters, all the flavors are amazing. I like body oils here and there. You know, I was really going nuts with the herbivore ones, the jasmine, the coconut, which I love, but I go through those so quickly. Here's the jasmine. I'm like saving it. But I like a body oil, so I went old school and I bought the Neutrogena body oil months ago. You guys, love, okay? I love it. It brings me back. It smells good. It works, it's huge. That's what fell over and shot into my mouth earlier. And then something else this year, CBD products I've really enjoyed. At night, I do the drops. I love the Equilibria. I have a little discount below. I don't work with them or anything. Anyone, if you guys buy it, you can have a discount code too. It's not like, oh, but you know, it's whatever, saves you some money. And then they have like gummies, they have like calm melts, they have these little, like gels that you can take at night that like release slowly, that really help you sleep. I just really love that brand. I think that they're wonderful, and I have repurchased again and again and again and again and again and again and again. I've spent so much money with Equilibria this year, but I love all of their products. I know I'm gonna end this and think, oh my gosh, there's this, there's that. Anything that I'm using, I'm loving. But I just looked in my medicine cabinet, I looked in my drawer, I looked on and it's just anything that really stands out. Things that I couldn't live without, things that I really, you know, love, that I want to share, just something fun and silly or something new that I discovered. I just hope that you guys enjoyed and maybe picked up a few tips. And I hope that you have a great year, you guys. I love y'all so much. We'll be back soon. And next video, I'm going to have bag and all the new things and really have like a big kind of haul type of video. So anyways, you guys, I love y'all. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great start of your year, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.